Okay, today we're here. We're going to talk about our Quick SE and Tube Q hot air overlap welders. There are advantages to both of them. This one has a higher airflow 1650 watt element. This is our Tube Q, and I like it for the overlap welds. Right now I got a 40 millimeter nozzle on there. You can also use a 20 or a 60 or different sizes, but essentially on an overlap weld, what you're doing is you're taking something like a vinyl and overlapping it. In this case, I've overlapped about 2 inches of vinyl, and I'm using a pressure roller, and we're just going to put the nozzle between the sheets and heat up the vinyl and use the pressure roller to seal the weld. So that's an overlap weld. The two sheets are now sealed together. And this one, on the Quick SE, we're going to do a speed welding or a welding rod weld. And right now, this is a different type of nozzle, but these same nozzles can be used on there, and the flat nozzles can be used on here. It's all about preference. But in this case, sometimes you want it, when you do it, a weld, like with the tacking tip here, I may want to hold it like this, and that's why I like the Quick SE in this case, because it's easy to grab on. It's got this tapered handle. So in this case, I'm welding two pieces of plastic together, and I'm going to butt them up together, and I'm going to start with a tack weld. I've got a tack welding tip on here, and this is a push-on tip. So just going to tack weld those two pieces together. And by the way, both these tools have been heating up for a little while for this demonstration. When you turn them on, you got to give them a little time to heat up, and then you can pretty much leave them on all day. Okay, so that has put my tack weld on there. Now I'm going to take this, and by the way, these are thermal gloves so I don't get burned, but I'm going to change this tip and put on what I call my speed welding tip. I can get a hold of it. In this case, I'm blowing air through this side. That's going to heat the plastic on the bottom, and I'm going to put my rod through the top of that angle. Now there are threaded tips as well. This is a threaded adapter that'll go on here, and the threaded tip would twist into here rather than push on. Again, it's all about preference. I'm going to use a different color rod. Normally you would use the same color as your base material, but so you can see the weld, I'm going to put in a different color rod on this one. And this welding rod also must match the material. So if I'm welding HDPE, my welding rod should be HDPE. Or polypropylene to polypropylene. Right now, I'm just slowly melting the base material and putting the rod in to hold the two pieces together. This strengthens the weld. Okay. So those are my two pieces welded together. So that's a speed weld and an overlap weld. And this is a Quick SE, and this is a Tube Q. And again, the tips are interchangeable on the two. Thank you.